Welcome everybody. Happy New Year. Caps here. And I wish everyone the best. But I wanted to talk a little about one of the scariest things about our times. Now, I'm not trying to like freak anyone out, but there is a AI issue that is going to plague everything from small businesses to common people all the way to below the 1%, right? The 1% are not going to be affected by this as nearly as bad as the rest of us. And what I'm talking about is the chips and memory storage that are being eaten up by data centers that run AI. Um, and it's almost like we're living in the Terminator movie age. Like Skynet is just like around the corner. And not only that, I'm sure everyone knows that like RAM and GPU is fucking skyrocketing in prices. There's not a good look for people trying to buy a PC right now. And I've heard, arguments that it's going to level out, right? It's going to at some point be better for us once at some time in the future. And I just want to ask the question, why? Why would it stop? Why would these data centers not continue to expand and just eat up all of the, chip and memory storage stuff? Why why do they have any reason to stop? They're making money hand over fist. They are going to be in such demand that like there is no reason for them to stop. They are going to continue and prices are just going to get worse and worse. And so what that means is that like companies that most companies, right, are using to some degree technology like this, like our computers and stuff, right? Like, you would think like, oh yeah, it's not going to affect companies and stuff, but it absolutely will. It will make it so much harder for them to replace what they have. So we're going to be seeing, places like, I don't know, Macy's, for instance. I'm just using that as an example. Are they ever going to upgrade their systems now? Like they're going to be using stuff from the early 2000s and 90s. Like, what incentive do they have to change, right? Um, Additionally, you know, there's the global security thing, right? Like, there's always this uh, back and forth between nations about being stronger, right? Like, there's always going to be that. And if AI is better at calculating things than the person is, then even the governments are going to want to just accelerate this. It feels like we're living in an accelerationism age right now, where it's like, well, things are they look like they're going to be fucked up in the future. Let's just get it the most messed up we can. Uh, so you thought nuclear, like the nuclear weapons were scary. Wait until AI is eating up every single resource that we possibly use, and governments are just going to have to keep ramping up. Um, Also, what what do the powers that be know that we don't, right? Like we've seen some pretty weird and strange things come out about the United States, especially for us, right? The United States. We've seen like MK Ultra and weird, strange things that you would never have expected, and there were thought to be conspiracy theories, right? Eh, what else do they know about AI that we don't? And I feel a little bit bad as a member of society, right? We're all in this together. That um, we just kind of let it happen. We we just sat by without a care about it, and we're just like, oh look, now we can make videos of cats dancing, and I I think that's what the powers that be want. They want you to just sit there and stare at your cat videos. They don't want you to think about how it's affecting you. Um, so yeah, like I was talking to my brother, and he brought up that point that like, oh, it should like fix itself. It should just be okay in the future. There is no reason for that. If you think about this logically, it's just going to have to keep going. And not only are they taking, chips from us, like the average person, right? And memory and stuff like that, they're also taking water. I've heard that these data centers use an insane amount of water to keep them running. So like they're using our most important resource, and they're just expanding at a crazy rate. So it feels like we're in this weird technocratic age, and almost like feudalism in some way, um, where the top percentage and the powers that be are going to be not really affected by it. And additionally, there is only one place in the world that makes these microchip processors or whatever that pretty much everyone uses. It's in your phone, it's on your computer, it's at the grocery store that you go to, right? Like they're using technology like that that requires stuff like that, and it only comes basically from one place, and that's Taiwan, right? And I was just scrolling through YouTube and I saw a video that China was testing like missiles and doing military exercises by Taiwan. Like they were sending it into like water near them. And I also had a conversation with one of my family members, and they were all like, "Oh yeah, well, they've been trying to do this for a long time." And I'm like, "Well, that doesn't matter. It's not about the long time. Like there's this, very not commodity resource that is made primarily there, and AI is, this, golden ticket to power. uh it's kind of scary. If China like actually takes like some invasive actions against Taiwan, that could actually set off World War III, and it would be the scariest World War III we have ever seen. Like imagine AI drones flying around fucking taking out targets and stuff. It seems like it almost seems like there is some big event that's going to happen here soon. Um, and aside from the whole AI thing and, people wanting to destroy each other or whatever, I also wanted to touch just slightly on the whole political situation in America. Um, a couple years ago, I was, you know, going through some conservative ideals, right? Like 2018 to 2019, remember all these riots were happening, and so in my mind, I thought that like, oh, the right is the right way to go because all of these things are happening because of the crazy lefties, the libtards or whatever. But like, I started to come to realize that it doesn't matter what side you're on. They're going to pit each other against each other all the fucking time. They don't want no conflict. They want they want us to eternally struggle with each other. And it reminded me of when I was talking to another family member, and they went off on me about, you know, politics, about the left side, all of this deportations and stuff. And I came to realize that like this dude was genuinely upset with any sort of, stance that I took on the other side of what he was arguing, and he would get really worked up about it. And I was like, man, there's no point. There's no point in trying anymore with this whole fucking left versus right shit. Like there is no good side when it comes to that. It's just bad on all ends. So I'm not supporting the left. I'm not supporting the right. In fact, I I don't support the politics that are happening at all right now. I don't like any of it. I don't care if you want Israel to be a free state or whatever with, the Jewish people. I don't care anymore about people's politics. I care about the fucking core of a person. Uh, I care about your fucking character at this point. I don't care what the fuck your political stance is. Um, and I was like driving around, and I had my brother in the seat, and he saw like a Trump fucking sign, and he was all like, "Oh, you could tell a lot about what these people are by the that sign, right?" And I'm like, No, you can understand what political side they're voting for, but other than that, like, what do you mean? Like, does that tell you what job they have? Does that tell you what what their favorite hobby is? No, it tells you a very small fraction of what that person actually is. And so it astounds me that we have like lost logic. We have just thrown logic to the side now and have decided to label people based off of, you know, representation. Like you'll find good and bad people everywhere. It's not black and white, you know? So, yeah. I hope everybody has a good time. Caps, see you later.